Perfect. Thank you, Dimitri. It's great to see you and Philippos. Sorry for the technical
No worries
problem.
with this, sir.
I'm working across multiple platforms here, but as usual, Apple came through for me. First of all, let me say what a pleasure it is for me to be part of this event today, but also for the embassy institutionally to continue our partnership with Foundation and Social Innov. We've got a great legacy, including very important for me, our signature partnership at the Thessaloniki International Fair in 2018, where your programs were really one of the most exciting parts of what I think we accomplished. And then we were really glad to be able to revive that partnership in 2019 after the elections. And I think in many ways that set the stage for where we are today. I also want to congratulate you guys for successfully winning the support of the State Department's Alumni Engagement and Innovation Fund to provide funding for this Tech Academy. And I think this reflects our recognition that there is going to be an increased need for digital skills among young professionals, including in Greece, as we all cope with the consequences of the global pandemic and the unprecedented economic shock that we're all living through. I've talked a lot about this in different forums over the past few weeks, but now that Greece has gotten through the worst of the medical emergency, our embassy's focus is really shifted to the economy, and especially how do we help support the Greek government's efforts to ensure a V-shaped recovery? In that regard, two advantages that Greece has are, first of all, the reputational benefits that it has enjoyed because of the government's strong management of the COVID-19 response and the way in which Greek society really pulled together. And it's quite striking to me, after 4 years of living here and seeing Greece oftentimes typecast as a black sheep, a poor performer, Greece has now become a model of effective governance. And then, of course, the other big part of the story is the fantastic progress that Minister Perakakis and Minister Georgiadis and the rest of the government team have made during this crisis in terms of pushing through the digital transformation of the Greek state. And that too will create opportunities. So I'm very proud of the fact that the embassy has been working in this space for quite some time. I also think it's notable how American technology companies really stepped up their game starting in March as we were all coming to confront the dimensions of the coronavirus crisis. And whether it was Microsoft and Cisco and Google and all the measures that they took to support the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Tourism, OED, Ministry of Digital Policy, and then also the way a lot of our other technology giants like HP and Oracle and IBM and Coursera and Invipco all made donations to help the Greek government response to this huge crisis. I was glad to see in your opening slides that Microsoft is one of your sponsors for this event today. A big part of the story over the past few months has been the way Microsoft has taken what was already a strong presence in Greece and raised it to the next level. Of course, Brad Smith was here meeting with the Prime Minister not so long before the lockdown. Greece took a big step forward with Microsoft with their decision to acquire legal software for government platforms. And that helped set the stage for Greece getting on to the Microsoft agenda in Redmond. We saw the recent acquisition by Microsoft of Softomotive, which I love because it's a good example of how the Greek startup community is beginning to incubate globally competitive talent. I was also very excited to see the recent acquisition of Think Silicon, a Patras company that I got to know last year by Applied Materials, one of the chip-making giants from my home state of California. So you've got a lot happening in this space. Clearly, a government that has prioritized the creation of an enabling environment for the startup community, for the technology community. But there are also challenges. So the embassy is going to remain engaged. I'm going to be doing events later this week with the Trophy Challenge in the agro-tech area, Panorama of Entrepreneurship. We're going to continue looking for opportunities to bring together Greek entrepreneurs, Greek startups with mentors and counterparts and investors from the United States. And we're very excited about building on our partnership with you guys, with Dimitri and with Philippos, as we look towards the Thessaloniki International Fair this year. And, we don't know quite what it's going to look like, but we're very excited to have this year have a special focus on women entrepreneurs and the empowerment of women in the startup and technology space. So I want to congratulate you for all the progress you're making. I want to assure you that this will remain a priority for me, for the embassy, and for the US government. And I really look forward to hearing the results of today's conversations and talking more about all this stuff when we're together later this summer in Thessaloniki. So thank you very much, Singhateria, for all you've gotten done, and be strong as we continue forward. And thanks for the flexibility on the technology.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Always great to have you with us. And thank you for your continued support towards our ecosystem, our initiatives. We really look forward to be back with you in TIFF this year.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.